Imagine walking into a casino. The air thick with the scent of carpet cleaner and excitement. Neon lights flicker against the walls as the chorus of slot machines hums around you. Coins or credits clatter in metal trays, and electronic jingles celebrate a lucky winner in the distance. This is the playground I called home for years as a casino manager. I've seen hopeful newcomers and seasoned gamblers alike fall for the same traps set by the house. But today, I'm pulling back the velvet curtain and exposing the secrets casinos don't want you to know. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which slot machines to choose if you want a real shot at winning. And trust me, Secret 12 is a game changer that even regulars don't realize. So grab a seat and stick around, because we're just getting started. Secret 1. High visibility spotlight machines. Ever notice how some slot machines sit right in the spotlight, at the ends of aisles, near the main walkways or entrances? Practically begging for attention? That's no accident. Secret 1 is that casinos often make these high visibility machines the loosest, highest paying on the floor. The logic is simple. When someone hits a win on a machine everyone can see, it creates a ripple effect. Crowds get excited. People flock toward the lucky area, and the casino ends up with more folks pumping money into slots, all inspired by that one visible win. During my time as a manager, I knew exactly which machines were juiced up to pay a bit more, and we placed them where they draw a crowd. Now, this doesn't guarantee that every machine in a busy spot will hit a jackpot for you, but the odds are slightly better by design. So when you walk in, resist the urge to play the first quiet machine you see in the corner. Head for the bright lights and busy areas. That's where the casino wants winners to be. And you might just become one of them. We'll talk about those quiet corner machines next and why you should avoid them. Secret 2. Beware the quiet corner trap. Not all slot locations are equal. Secret 2 is that the machines in dark, quiet corners of the casino are usually the worst picks. If a slot is tucked away where hardly anyone goes, the casino has little incentive to make it pay well. In fact, they often set those machines to be tighter because wins there don't get as much attention. Why waste a loose slot when no one will see a winner and get inspired to play? I've seen players wander into a secluded area thinking they found a nice, calm machine to play, and then lose far more than they expected. They'd emerge looking baffled at how cold the machine was. I could have told them, that's by design. Casinos aren't going to put one of their better paying slots in a dead zone. So, when you're choosing a machine, be mindful of its location. Generally, avoid the ones no one can see or hear. Stick to where the action and payouts tend to be. Out on the main floor or other popular spots. If you're thinking, okay, play where people can see me, got it. But what about the game itself? You're right. The type of machine you choose next can make or break your night. And Secret 3 will surprise anyone who's been lured by penny slots. Secret 3. The penny slot illusion. Penny slots. They're bright, loud, and seem like cheap fun. But here's the painful truth. Penny machines are some of the most profitable for casinos because they have the worst odds. They entice you with low bet amounts, but by the time you've activated all the pay lines and bonuses, you might be betting $1 or more per spin on a game that's programmed to pay back far less of your money than other machines. As a manager, I knew those flashy penny gains were often set at the low end of legal payback, say 85 to 88% return to player, whereas quarter or dollar machines might be 92 to 95%. That difference is huge over the long run. Secret 3 is that if your bankroll allows, you're statistically better off on a higher denomination slot. It sounds counterintuitive, but a 25-cent or $1 machine usually gives you a better chance to win than a penny slot ever will. Don't let the cheap allure fool you. Many small bets on a tight machine can drain your wallet faster than fewer, slightly bigger bets on a looser one. In short, skip the penny trap if you can and go for the games where your money has a fighting chance. Question: have you mostly played penny slots because they feel safer, or have you tried higher denomination machines? Did you notice a difference in your luck? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might surprise others. Penny slots aren't the only trap. Sometimes the very design of a game can influence your odds. Up next, let's talk about why that shiny new movie-themed slot might not be your best friend. Secret 4. Old school versus new school slots. Those big flashy video slots themed after movies or TV shows look exciting. But all those extra features and license themes come at a cost. Secret 4 is that the simpler the machine, often the better your odds. Casinos and game makers recoup the cost of flashy graphics, touchscreens, and brand licenses by tweaking the game to pay out a bit less. Meanwhile, the old-school, free-reel slots or straightforward video slots usually give more consistent returns. I saw it time and again. Seasoned players quietly gravitated to the boring-looking classic machines, and they tended to cash out more often. Tourists and newbies flocked to the branded games with big bonus rounds, and more often than not, those machines ate their money. This isn't to say you can't enjoy the new games, but remember that entertainment value often replaces payout value. If you're serious about winning, consider giving those simple, tried and true machines a try over the latest gimmick pack game. Coming up, Secret 5 will make you think twice about chasing those life-changing jackpots. Secret 5, the Progressive Jackpot Mirage. Everyone dreams of hitting that mega jackpot, the kind that could buy a house or free. Those progressive jackpot machines, where the top prize grows and grows, create an almost magical allure. But here's the cold truth from the casino side. Somebody has to fund that magic, and it's usually the legion of players feeding the machine for months before it finally hits. Secret 5 is that machines with huge progressive jackpots usually have lower regular payouts. A portion of every bet goes into that massive jackpot pool, which means the game pays out less in normal wins. In simpler terms, you're funding that $1 million prize with each spin, and the odds of you being the one to hit it are astronomically small. As a casino, we loved when people chased those big progressives. It often meant steady losses for the players and steady profits for us, until that rare lucky winner finally hit. If your dream is to become an overnight millionaire, go in knowing you're taking a big risk. But if you'd rather have a solid chance at walking out ahead, you're often better off playing non-progressive slots or those with smaller local jackpots. The payouts on those machines tend to be more frequent and generous during regular play. It comes down to this. Don't get blinded by a flashy jackpot number. Unless you're okay with likely losing for that tiny shot at glory, focus on games with more down-to-earth prizes and better odds. Now, have you ever felt like a machine must pay out after a long dry spell? Secret 6 is going to bust that myth wide open. Secret 6, the hot and cold machine myth. Let's bust one of the biggest slot myths. The idea of hot or cold machines. Secret 6 is that modern slot machines don't have cycles or memory. Every spin is independent and random. Just because a machine hasn't paid out all day doesn't mean it's due. And if it just hit a jackpot, it isn't cold now. I used to watch players chase after someone who walked away from a machine they'd lost on, convinced a jackpot was around the corner. Sometimes the new player got lucky, but by pure coincidence, not because the machine was finally ready to pay. Most of the time, they just lost more. Casinos don't mind if you believe in hot streaks or lucky machines. If anything, they subtly encourage those superstitions because it keeps you playing. But the reality is, chasing a do win is a fast track to losing more money. The best approach is to treat each spin as a fresh shot with the same odds as the last. If a machine isn't paying, it's not building up a win, it's just doing what it always does, running on chance. Question, have you ever felt like a slot was due to hit and kept playing? How did that work out for you? Share your experience. We've all been there, and it's time to compare notes on this myth. You might be wondering, if every spin is random, what do casinos control? Secret 7 is a peek under the hood, the built-in payout setting that every slot has, and how casinos quietly use it to their advantage. Secret 7. Hidden payout settings. Every slot machine has a secret setting inside it, a programmed payout percentage. Secret 7 is that the casino chooses how loose or tight a machine will be from the day it's installed, and they don't advertise that number to you. One penny slot might be set to return 88% of the money wagered, while the identical-looking penny slot 2 aisles over is set to 92%. To players, they appear the same game, same graphics. But one is far stingier. Now, casinos can't just flip a switch to change these payouts on a whim. It's a technical and regulated process, so it's not like they tighten all machines on Friday nights or anything. However, they do strategically choose these settings. In tourist-heavy casinos, they might opt for lower payouts because they know new visitors won't notice. In competitive markets or local casinos, they might bump up the payouts a bit to keep regulars happy. What can you do with this knowledge? You can't know the exact number inside. But remember the trends. Higher denomination games usually have higher set payouts, and machines in prime locations tend to be a bit looser, as Secret 1 hinted. Not all machines are created equal, even if they look it. You're stacking the deck by playing the types of games and in the areas that are likely set more in your favor, even if you can't see the microchip inside. We've focused on the machines themselves a lot. Now let's look at how the casino environment tries to influence your choices. Secret 8 dives into those psychological tricks. Secret 8, casino floor psychology tricks. Ever felt like you lost track of time or direction in a casino? That's no accident. Secret 8 is that the entire casino floor is designed to influence where and how you play. There are no clocks or windows for a reason. They want you focused on the games. Slots are arranged in strategic ways. Popular or noisy machines are placed deep inside or near walkways, so their lights and sounds lure you further in. If you hear coins clinking or music blasting, it's meant to trigger your curiosity. What's going on over there? Maybe I should try my luck in that area. The key to beating this is having a plan and sticking to it. When you walk in, take a moment. Don't let the flashing lights dictate your choices. Decide ahead of time which games or areas you want to play, based on the secrets you know, location, denomination, etc., and then stay on that course. Casinos thrive on impulsive decisions, wandering from machine to machine, chasing the hype or distraction. By staying disciplined and blocking out the manufactured distractions, you keep control. The casino can set the stage, but you don't have to dance to their tune. Be the player with a strategy, and you'll immediately have an edge over everyone else who's just following the lights. Up next is a practical tip that can instantly improve your slot results. Secret 9 addresses how you bet and why it might be the reason you've missed out on big wins in the past. Secret 9. Max bet and hidden requirements. This is a simple but crucial one. Secret 9 is to bet smart, meaning bet enough to unlock a machine's features and jackpots. Many slots require a max bet, or a certain number of coins, to be eligible for the progressive jackpot or even some bonus rounds. I've seen unfortunate players hit what would have been a jackpot combination, but because they bet too low, they won a tiny fraction of the prize. It's heartbreaking and completely avoidable. So, always read the machine's help screen or pay table. If the big prize needs a $2 bet and you're only comfortable betting $1, it's better to move to a machine with lower stakes. You want to be playing at a level where you qualify for the best payouts. For example, it's usually wiser to bet max on a quarter machine than to play a dollar machine on minimum bet. In the long run, you don't want to leave money on the table because you didn't meet a game's requirements. Play to win properly or choose a different game that fits your budget. Question: do you ever bet max on slot machines, or do you play more conservatively? Have you ever hit a big combo only to find your bet was too low to get the full prize? Share your story. I bet some of you have learned about this the hard way, and others have opinions on the best betting strategy. So far, we've covered picking the right machine and how to bet on it. But what about those loyalty cards casinos are always pushing? Secret 10 might surprise you about how to use or not use that casino club card. Secret 10. The Players Club, Perks and Pitfalls. Casinos spend a lot of money promoting their Players Club cards, those loyalty programs that track your play. Here's why. Secret 10. The Players Card is a tool for the casino, but it can also be a benefit for you if used wisely. First, let's kill the myth. Using the card does not change your luck. It doesn't tighten the machine or alter the random numbers. The slot machine doesn't care if you're carded or not. It's still going to do its thing. The real purpose of the card is to track your play and reward you just enough to keep you coming back. You earn points or comps, free meals, rooms, play credit, based on how much you'll wager. The secret is to take advantage of those comps without letting them influence your play. Definitely use your card. Get those free perks because they're essentially a small rebate on your gambling. But never ever chase comps. Don't dump an extra $100 just to reach the next tier or get a free gift, because it's not really free if you had to lose money to get it. It's not a strategy to win, but it's something the casino offers that you should absolutely take. Use it, enjoy the freebies, but keep your main game plan in focus. You're there to win money or have fun, not to earn buffet tickets. Casinos hope you forget that distinction. Now you won't. All right. We've covered a ton about machines and strategy. But none of it matters if you fall into the biggest trap of all: not knowing when to stop. Secret 11 is perhaps the hardest to follow, but it can save your hide and your wallet. Secret 11. Set win-loss limits, your exit plan. One of the biggest secrets to actually winning is knowing when to stop. Secret 11 is to set a win goal and a loss limit before you play, and stick to them no matter what. The truth is, most slot players lose not because they never win, but because they don't quit while they're ahead, or they keep chasing when they're behind. If you decide, I'll cash out if I win $200, or I'll only risk $100 tonight, you've just taken a huge amount of power back from the casino. The casino absolutely hates this. They thrive on players who get up a bit and then give it all back chasing even more, or those who lose their budget and run to the ATM for more. Don't be that person. If you get a nice win early, cash out and enjoy the feeling of being a winner. If you hit your loss limit, accept it and walk away with your bankroll intact for another day. It's not easy. The lights, sounds and adrenaline are all egging you on to keep spinning. But discipline is your best friend here. I noticed the happiest players weren't those who hit the biggest jackpots, but those who walked away with their winnings intact. Consistently doing this can turn gambling from a guaranteed long-term loss into a game where you actually walk out ahead now and then. It's the ultimate move against the house, leaving on your own terms. We're down to our final tip, and it's a big one. Secret 12 ties everything together with a mindset shift that turns you from prey to predator on the casino floor. Secret 12. Knowledge is power. Think like an insider. We've saved the most empowering secret for last. Secret 12. Knowledge is power in the casino. Everything you've learned in Secrets 1 to 11 flips the script on the house. The more you know, the less you play like the average naive gambler the casinos prey upon. When you step onto that casino floor now, you're armed with insider insight. Instead of wandering aimlessly, you have a plan. Instead of falling for every trick, you spot them and laugh. This secret is about mindset. Think like an insider. Observe your surroundings with a critical eye. Notice which machines people gravitate toward and which they avoid. Listen for the sounds of payouts. Even chat with slot attendants or fellow players for any helpful tidbits. You're not just another player feeding the slots blindly. You're gathering information and making conscious choices at every step. That alone puts you miles ahead of a typical gambler. At the end of the day, remember that the casino relies on players who act on impulse and superstition. But now you're different. You're strategic, informed, and in control. That's a power the casino can't take away from you. And it's ultimately how you tilt the odds in your favor. Question: which of these 12 secrets are you most excited to try the next time you play? Or maybe you have your own slot machine tip or lucky ritual that's worked for you. Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have found helpful on the casino floor. Now, let's put these secrets into action with a quick real-world example. Imagine I walk into a casino with a modest bankroll and a plan in mind. First, I don't rush to the nearest game. I scan the floor, as Secret 8 suggests, and spot a slot at the end of a busy row where I've seen people celebrating wins. Secret 1 in action. It's not tucked away in a corner. Avoiding Secret 2's trap. The machine I choose is a quarter denomination game, higher than a penny slot, which means better odds, Secret 3. And it's a simple, three-reel classic, not a crazy new branded game, Secret 4 in play. Importantly, it's not a massive $1 million progressive, just a regular machine with a decent jackpot, Secret 5 checked. I sit down, pop in my player's card, Secret 10 for comps, and put in $100. I quickly check the pay table. The top jackpot needs a max bet, so I do that, Secret 9. I start spinning, staying mindful of my budget. After a few minutes, I hit a nice bonus win. My $100 has grown to about $250. Now the old me might keep going, but I know better. I immediately cash out my ticket, Secret 11, take the win. Profit secured. With a smile, I step away from the machine a winner. I could continue playing with my remaining budget, but I decide to call it a night while I'm ahead. Thanks to these secrets, I turned a night of gambling into a guaranteed win and a stress-free exit. That's how a smart player uses all these secrets in harmony to beat the casino at its own game. Final checklist before you play. Play visible machines. Stick to slots in high-traffic, easy-to-see spots where casinos like winners. Avoid machines tucked in isolated corners. Pick the right denomination. Higher denomination slots, quarter, dollar, generally have better odds than penny machines. Play the highest value your bankroll comfortably allows. Choose simple games. Favor classic or straightforward slots over the super flashy branded machines. The less gimmicky the game, the more likely it has a fair payout. Don't chase huge jackpots unless you want to. If you're aiming for steady wins, avoid the massive progressives. Go for machines with smaller jackpots and better regular payouts. Bet smart, always read the pay table. Make sure you bet enough to activate all lines and bonus features, especially if a jackpot requires a max bet. Use your player's card wisely. Take advantage of comps and rewards by using your loyalty card, but never increase your bets or playtime just to earn points. Set a bankroll limit. Decide how much money and time you're willing to spend before you start. Stick to that budget and don't exceed it. Set a win goal and quit point. Determine an amount that you'll cash out if you hit, your jackpot for the night, and a loss limit at which you'll walk away. Commit to those decisions. Stay disciplined. Once you start, stick to your plan. Don't let a spur-of-the-moment hunch, a hot streak feeling, or casino distractions derail your strategy. You're in control, not the casino. Walking into a casino, most people feel the odds are stacked against them, and they're right. But now you have an edge too, the insider knowledge to make smarter choices. You're not guaranteed to win every time, but you're no longer an easy target. Instead of playing right into the casino's hands, you can play on your terms. Remember, casinos thrive on ignorance and impulse. By arming yourself with these secrets, you've flipped the script. Stick to your plan. Keep your discipline and let others be the ones who fill the casino's coffers. Knowledge is power, and now that power is in your hands. The real jackpot isn't just a pile of money. It's walking away knowing you made smart moves and beat the casino at its own game. So when you step up to that slot machine, do it with confidence and knowledge on your side. Good luck, because now you know the secrets the casinos hope you'll never learn.